progress of a nation is measured in decades and centuries. As each generation succeeds the next, they inherit the call to navigate the complexities of globalization while promoting and safeguarding their unique identity and heritage. Recognizing this, the role of culture and history is indispensable in fostering genuine development, shaping effective policies, and contributing to the overarching endeavor of nation building. In 2003, the National Institute of Culture and History was established, bringing into existence 4 national institutes that work to preserve and promote Belize's rich cultural traditions and history. Although the goal is singular, the needs they answer are diverse. As we celebrate 20 years of serving with excellence, let's review some of the key contributions to Belize that the National Institute of Culture and History has accomplished.
At every stage of Belize's development over the past 20 years, NICH has been there to not only record what has taken place, but also to participate actively in the cultural promotion and preservation of our country.
NICH fulfills essential nation-building needs through its 4 branches by safeguarding Belize's tangible and intangible cultural heritage, exhibiting and collecting documents, artifacts, and artwork, enriching our nation through arts.
Our job is to ensure the promotion and safeguarding of Belize's intangible cultural heritage. This means anything from the folklore, from the language that we speak, traditions that we're accustomed to, festivities, rituals spread across all our ethnic groups.
The Institute for Social and Cultural Research had been observing significant gains in the willingness of the community and researchers to partner in the process of gaining better awareness and understanding of Belize's intangible cultural heritage.
Thanks to those type of partnerships that we have, we've been able to produce more reports and make sure that more research are available, not only in text format, but as well as audiovisual materials. The second main achievement that we have is that I'm seeing much more media personnel and community members talk very strongly and proudly about intangible cultural heritage.
The groundwork for these successes was laid by initiatives such as the Belize Anthropology Conference and the Belize National Research Conference. These conferences allow researchers to share their findings with policymakers, academics, and the general public. Additionally, hosting and attending international conferences like the Association of Caribbean Historians Annual Conference.
Recently, we attended one in Jose Maria Morelos in Mexico, where we took a delegation of about 6 traditional practitioners to share what they have been doing in traditional medicine with their counterparts and to exchange and to learn from each other.
Aside from conferences and lectures, exhibitions are another effective tool that the Institute for Social and Cultural Research has employed to educate and inspire citizens and visitors about Belize's rich cultural history. One such exhibit is the Cultural Celebrations of Belize, currently being showcased at the 𝐍𝐈𝐂𝐇 House of Culture. It features various festivities including Posadas, the Bram, the Uriumei.
It's been very popular, especially among the primary school students, where they could see what is it in terms of pictures and videos that teachers have been saying all along in the classrooms. The second area of exhibitions is currently on Belize's patriots and national heroes. We have been able to showcase more than 50 speeches that Premier George Price, who became, as you all know, our first Premier and first Prime Minister of Belize, to reflect on this vast period of 1964 to 1981. What were the concerns? How did he articulate some of the problems and opportunities he had foresight of?
These efforts demonstrate the importance of public education and student engagement as we chart the way forward. Today, the population of Belize is less than 500,000. At the peak of the Mayan civilization, however, that number was as high as 4 times that amount. It is no surprise then that the Institute of Archaeology has spared no expense in learning and sharing all we can about our Mayan culture and heritage.
we are specifically looking at the tangible aspects of culture here. That is essentially the ancient Maya sites, but it also includes sites that predate the Maya, including the archaic period, which goes back to about 10 or 12,000 years ago. And then it moves forward even into the historic and colonial period. And really anything older than 100 years old is considered an artifact under the NICH Act. A part of our mandate as the Institute of Archaeology is to share that information with the public, and one of the ways we do that is in hosting our annual Belize Archaeology Symposium.
The Belize Archaeology Symposium is a hallmark event of the Institute of Archaeology, which is attended by all 28 researchers who are granted permits to conduct archaeology research in Belize every year. These reports are now publicly available online.
Another big area for us is, of course, the park management. We manage 14 archaeological sites across the country. That is part of our daily operations here at the Institute of Archaeology, and maintain the sites at a really good standard for everyone to come and visit, Belizeans as well as international visitors.
Not to be overlooked is the vast biodiversity within the protected areas.
For instance, at Lamanai, that reserve is really the only standing jungle within that entire area in northwest Belize, and it is right along the lagoon side from the New River Lagoon. It is a critical part of the environment, so definitely protecting not only the cultural features but the natural features as well lends to the development of a healthy environment and allows the community there to thrive. One of the areas that we are definitely looking at, especially under my tenure as the director at the Institute of Archaeology, is the development of a storage area for our Belize National Collection, ensuring that the collections are in a professional setting where people can come in and do further research. We can do conservation on the artifacts, ensuring that our grandkids and their kids will be able to also come in and appreciate those same artifacts. Without knowing where you come from, how can you determine where you will move forward or what your future will be? So it's really very important for us to get that information out there.
So our primary goal at the Museum of Belize is to promote, protect, and preserve our culture and history. And we do this by exhibiting and collecting documents, artifacts, and artwork that speak about Belize's culture and history. And of course, the main aim and objective of all of this is so that we have that history preserved for future generation.
The preservation of culture and history is a fundamental focus across the divisions of NICH. The Museum of Belize distinguishes itself from other branches by showcasing Belize's heritage from ancient times to the contemporary period. It actively engages with communities through its various houses of culture to create exhibitions that reflect on the past, address current issues, and explore creative visions of the future.
We've had an exhibition that detail the railway system. We currently have the Enslave of Belize exhibit on display. Then we started recently incorporating contemporary artists, which is extremely huge for the museum.
In 2022, the Museum of Belize marked its grand reopening with a special exhibition, The Art of 𝐶𝐞. The exhibit features 75 selected artworks of Belize's renowned Garifuna artist, 𝐶𝐞, who was present to explain the origins and meanings of his creative journey and the Garinagu cultural history. The exhibit continues to attract many visitors. Like its sister branches, the Museum of Belize readily answers the call to participate and represent our cultural heritage to the rest of the world.
So when we partner with other organizations, we are able to share our experiences, and from our experiences, we're able to develop our expertise more. All of this helps to foster a better visitor experience for everyone coming into the museum. We're trying our best to show progression in the exhibitions that we have on display we're also trying to be more inclusive and have more accessibility so that everyone is able to enjoy it. So please look forward to more online presence from us, some 3D versions of our exhibits that we have on display. We are also very big in promoting opportunities inside the museum. There's need for exhibition designers, need for curators, need for conservators, art restoration, which again is another huge project that the museum is undertaking, in which we will be going over the National Art Collection to see what artworks need to be repaired and restored. And that collection will hopefully be able to be made public again so everyone can enjoy it.
Globally, there is a growing acknowledgement that the cultural and creative sectors play a vital role in economic development, recognizing artists as both innovators and entrepreneurs. As Belize celebrates its 43rd year of independence, this marks a crucial opportunity for growth. With over half of our population below the age of 25, nurturing artistic talents and fostering creativity opens up limitless possibilities. The government of Belize acknowledges this potential, and its Institute of Creative Arts stands ready to support the vision of growing Belize's orange economy.
We are now at a juncture where we can see where artists more than ever before are earning a good income from their creative work. They are experiencing steady bookings if they're musicians, their artwork and their handicraft are selling. We have seen the journey not only of the individual artists, but where the creative sector has gone.
The Institute of Creative Arts has organized signature programs like Belize Music Week and Women in Art that have helped to provide national platforms for enhancing the skills of artists, showcasing our emerging artists, and ensuring business development for the creative industry.
Where we are concerned locally, it's to ensure that we build an awareness and an appreciation for our own art, for our own artists, our own culture, and in a global sense to promote them and to open up avenues for them to reach a global audience.
This can be seen in enduring events such as the annual Panyard Steel Pan Concert and the newly revised National Song Competition. The Christmas Festival Brokdong Bram also exemplifies the Institute's objective to promote the legacy of national musical icons as well as current and emerging Belizean talent. An equally critical component that the Institute of Creative Arts is tasked with is the nurturing of future Belizean artists.
When we think about having this creative economy, it really begins with youth development. And for that reason, a number of our programs here at the Institute of Creative Arts directly encompass working with children and youth.
The National Festival of the Arts is the cornerstone program of the Institute of Creative Arts. Every year, hundreds of children and young people work with teachers and mentors to refine and compete nationally at the Bliss Center for the Performing Arts. The annual Summer Arts Program also ensures that children and youth have access to participation in the arts while being away from school. These intensive and lively summer arts activities provide 𝐂𝐞𝐿 an opportunity to work with children and youths in a creative and inclusive environment. As we celebrate the gains achieved in promoting arts and nurturing artists, we realize there are a lot more challenges to overcome, but the rewards will be worth it.
We saw during the COVID-19 pandemic the way our artists community was able to pivot and to make the changes. That I think is a plus for us where development work is concerned. We will continue to grow and change as well as an institute to meet the needs and to be able to work better with the artist community.
Preserve, promote, and protect Belize's cultural heritage. This was the call given out by the founders of our nation. This is the call that the National Institute of Culture and History answers.
We're very proud of the fact that NICH has served Belize well for the past 20 years. And of course, we look forward to NICH playing an even more vital and meaningful role in Belize's cultural and historical development over the next 20 years.